Yo, Randy Pitchford, what's his name? Randy Pitchfork or whatever his name is or so, is basically causing problems right now, for the Borderlands community, saying some stuff. A passable femboy is a whole new level of black magic. That's very true. If you can pull off a feminine look or so, hey man, more power to you. You know. Is that still gay? No, that's lesbian.
If I had the ability to beam a thought into a man's head right now, I would go directly to Randy Pitchford's noggin and try desperately to urge him to stop. This is a message directly to Randy. If you are not Randy Pitchford, disregard the following sentence. Put down your phone, I say as I shake him by the shoulders. Oh my god. I have clowned on this goofball for years. Randy Pitchford, I think, is one of the game industry clowns that is always able to somehow make himself look like a fool and damage the company he represents. And this has got to be the best example of it. Borderlands 4 came out, and it is genuinely better than Borderlands 3. Most people are happy with it. I am actually pleasantly surprised by it. I'm not the biggest Borderlands fan, but this one is definitely an upgrade. But it does have a problem. Performance. There are tons of reports from numerous players citing that their performance has been lackluster with a lot of problems. It is a widespread issue that's been reported many, many times. Personally, I haven't yet. I've crashed once, but that's just kind of to be expected with modern games at this point. I just kind of write it off. But I'm lucky in that regard. Not everybody is having as smooth of an experience. And instead of just doing like the very normal, very standard thing of just saying, hey, we see your complaints about performance, we're sorry, we're working on it, Randy instead goes on a fucking scorched earth tirade on Twitter looking like a damn imbecile. Like, he cannot help himself. He is snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
There, to be honest.
Everyone has been celebrating Borderlands 4 finally being good, and Randy Pitchford says, wait a minute, I can turn this into a...
Well, you did know that, like, all video, like, pretty much basically the entire industry is using Unreal 5 engine now. So, what do you expect?
Bad thing. Check this shit out. So I want to go over some tweets here, because this shit is unhinged. He had a layup, and when he went for the layup, he broke all of his fucking bones like Tom Segura. So already comes out the gates bearing the horns here. He's very combative off rip. Every PC gamer must accept the reality of the relationship between their hardware and what the software they are running is doing. He did get community noted, saying, the publisher of a game is responsible of providing accurate, recommended, and minimal specs since the consumer has absolutely no way to check how the game is going to run in the hardware before release. Which is true. Randy is attacking and villainizing people that are saying, like, the game doesn't run super smooth. Which is a really weird decision to do. He's just saying, like, listen, you guys with all your, like, cheap-ass hardware are trying to run our game and complaining that it's not running all that great on your dog shit rig. Like, that's on you. You're gonna have to take some responsibility here for being poor. Alright? You can't just point the finger at us. We can't cater to every single fucking device out there.
Yeah, but I heard that a 5090 can't even run 60 FPS. That's what I hear, anyways. I saw a video on it, and I was like, oh, okay, I see. So a $2,000+ GPU cannot even run more than 60 FPS on Borderlands.
That's on you guys, and it's time you take a hard look in the mirror. Not exactly what he's saying, but that's kind of the sentiment he expresses. Because he goes on like a long rant. The minimum and recommended specs are published. The most common hardware is a 4-year-old cell phone. Borderlands 4 is a premium game made for premium gamers.
Oh man, dude. 1590 can run 60 FPS in top graphics in Cyberpunk, so what's even more that's even more demanding? I've heard it from another streamer too. Yeah. I saw a video on it where someone was doing because he has like a lot of GPUs and he does like comparisons in video games, and he ran the 5090 at like, you know, these like different recommended settings, and it was chugging really hard trying to get like 60 FPS.
I'm just gonna take a pause right there. Just even saying that sentence out loud put vomit in my throat.
That's
wow.
Crazy.
Borderlands 4 is a premium game for premium gamers. Oh my goodness. Jiminy Christmas, Randy. Holy shit. Imagine being this much of an insufferable loser that this thought not only crosses your head, but you
need to turn on DLSS and frame gen for you to get, you know, more than 60 FPS. But the problem is the lag is pretty bad.
Actually have the gall to
the latency,
type
anyways.
And post it proudly. Oh my lord, to be a neuron in his brain fucking floating around in there. Wow. A premium game made for premium gamers. Listen, guys, this is a premium experience for only the real premium gamers. You know, the kind of guys to wear sunglasses and smoke a cigarette. They get pussy. Not like you non-premium gamers. This is not made for you. In fact, steer clear with that stench if you don't mind. Just as Borderlands 4 cannot run on a PlayStation 4, it cannot be expected to run on too old PC hardware. Unlike on PlayStation and Xbox, we cannot prevent a PC player with suboptimal hardware for the game to try and play it, so some try and get mad, and some have actual issues we need to fix, and some need to learn how their PCs work at the high end for this specific game in 2025 and use the tools available to them to find the right balance between frame rate, resolution, and graphics features. This is not a game made to run on 10-year-old PCs. This game uses the full capabilities of modern bus, CPU, and GPU. If you're trying to drive a monster truck with a leaf blower's motor, you're going to be disappointed. If you discover your system can't run the game well by accident or wishful thinking and or don't want to try to mess with settings to make things good enough for you, please use the refund feature on Steam rather than have a subpar experience. And don't let the door hit you on the way out, you not premium pile of dog shit. Have fun enjoying life with no one to love you, non-premium little swine you. Randy out here with the venom. Now he got dunked on for this pretty hardcore because, shocker, it's not.
That's pretty creepy. How many people are playing Borderlands 4 right now? Let me see. Let's check out the Steam DB info. How is it doing now? Let's see. There it is, Borderlands 4. Concurrent is 140. All-time peak was 304 apparently, so they had 304 people playing it. Yeah. 304,000 players playing it. It rised up a little bit, and then for some apparent reason, there was nothing here in between these two time frames here for some apparent reason. But the problem is like, if I look on the webpage, right? Borderlands 4. If I look at it right now, right? It's sitting on a mixed review, and to be honest, let me see. 11,000 people posted negatively about the game, and only 21,000 people are in the positives. So I'm just saying. So kind of like says a lot, you know, of the actual problem of the game itself. And also on top of that, can you look at like, let me see, hold on. How to look at Steam hardware. Oh, sorry about that. What's it? So if we look at, if we look at this, right? GPUs, where are the, we have GPUs here? I don't know if we have GPUs here. Do we click on this? Well, we don't have a full entire traction thing, but here's all the GPUs in general, you know? I assume there's more information that we can search up, but I assume for specifically here, if I remember correctly, I think like what, the 3060, like what is this? 1.5% people who have a what is it, 5070 apparently. I just only have a 3060. There are some games where literally my VTuber model lags because of the settings. But it's so weird or something because I wasn't having that issue before Unreal 5 engine. Before Unreal 5 engine, like any games before that, I had no problem. But everything after Unreal 5 engine, I've been having issues as of recently. So that I know for a fact. Yeah, because the 3060 is right here. 3060 is up here at the top. There are quite a few people who literally are, you know, it's VRAM
Not
problems.
just people with old hardware that are reporting issues.
VRAM.
It's people with even top-of-the-line equipment that are having performance problems with Borderlands 4. It is like an actual, real, notable issue. So people were quick to point this out, saying like, "Brother, I've got a rocket ship and I still can't run the monster truck here.
Never had any problems
it's
before
not a
Unreal
problem
5 engine.
on my hardware's end." And they're right. In most cases, well, I won't say in most cases because I don't know every case. In a lot of cases, it is not the person's equipment that is causing the issues. There clearly is something that is, with Borderlands 4 here, not optimized. And it is causing some issues for a lot of players.
Yes, of course.
I don't know why Randy refuses to just accept that, being like, hey guys.
And even then, on top of that, Unreal 5 engine itself has been proven to be very unoptimized. And there's another video that we saw specifically, this was like many months back or so, that Unreal 5 engine is not really like it is, but it's like mostly designated towards one specific genre really well compared to other genres.
Looks like we do need to fix things. He even like tiptoes around a little bit of like almost taking some responsibility there, where he's like, there are some things we need to fix. You could have just stopped it there. You know, you didn't have to keep typing. Like there wasn't there wasn't any pressure to keep going and yapping. No one ordered the yappy meal here, Randy.
That's the only thing I need to upgrade is just my GPU.
Like, I don't know why he comes out here and is like, everyone's trying to overclock their fucking TI-84 calculators where they're trying to play Borderlands 4 and blaming us. Randy's rage starts to bubble over and he gets very sassy with this one.
Oh no.
Code your own engine and show us how it's done, please. We will be your customer when you pull it off. The people doing it now are clearly dumb and don't know what they're doing, and all the support and recommendations and code and architecture from the world's greatest hardware companies and tech companies working with the world's greatest real-time graphics engine coders don't know what you seem to know.
We have what? What do we have? What other games do we have that's really well optimized? You have Kingdom Come Deliverance that came out this year that is really well optimized. You also have Split Fiction as well. I think I've heard good positive things about the what's the name of the Death Stranding 2. Randy heard Fleek is making Borderlands video, decided to provide content himself. Yep. Yeah, both games run smooth. Let's see, what other game runs like ridiculously smooth? You also have, I don't know, well, even then, right? The coding itself is basically, he's talking about coding, right? Well, I assume coding his own engine or so, but I assume that the coding is a lot more better in Silksong that just came out just recently, and it runs smoother than, you know, any of the games that he has made. So what else? I'm trying to think of other games off the top of my head, specifically of this year that came out.
Thanks for a great stream, Sooner.
Yeah, no worries. You're gonna go to bed, I assume? Take care, hun. Thank you for coming by as always. Very much appreciated. So you are welcome to come hang out at any time, alright?
/ sarcasm. Legitimately, all Randy had to do was just be AFK. Like, if he just didn't have a Twitter account, Borderlands 4 would still be getting, you know, glazed to high heavens here with, like, the little asterisks about performance issues. And that would be that. And I'm sure those performance issues will get fixed in due time. I'm pretty confident.
I really do hate that now in this day and age of video games are like being released very unoptimized. And like the PC marketplace is not a small piece of the pie anymore. It's a pretty big chunky, pie now. So, you know, you gotta start like optimize. In my personal opinion, they should delay. If you need time to optimize the PC version, just delay the game for the PC version of it. I don't mind waiting a couple of extra months or so for the PC version to be well optimized. I don't personally care. Because take a look at fucking Monster Hunter. For God's sakes, that fucking game runs fucking terribly, you know? People saw Cyberpunk get away with a shitty launch and said bet. Yeah, I just don't like it that we're like later on in the year, like let's say like 3 years down the line or so, we take a look back at these video games and they're like, oh, you know what, this game is pretty good, you know, and all this, you know, it got better, you know, it definitely got better, you know, it's 100% better, it plays a lot more better and all this other stuff. But it's kind of like, yeah, but it should have been like that on the first day of release, because first impression is always very good when it comes to video games. If your first impression on releasing a video game is terrible for a lot of people, well, of course it's going to be terrible, because number one, they're paying their hard-earned money to you, and you're selling them a product that is supposed to be well optimized, well left to code and everything, you know? Even delaying somehow games are still asked, like, how? It's definitely, the problem is, it's definitely, number one, I blame Unreal 5 engine. And number two, it's a lot of the, like, I'm not gonna blame, like, I don't, like, hate them or blame them or anything like that. It's definitely people who are very, like, inexperienced on, like, optimizing stuff. Because remember, right, if we go back 10 years ago, right, fucking developers were doing voodoo magic on optimizing games on, like, lower specs of, like, hardware, and they're cranking out, like, crazy games during those times, you know? But now in this day and age, now every game that gets cranked out or so is a fucking mess. It's either like it has some dumb shit in it, it's very unwell optimized, you get crashes, you get all this other stuff, and it's kind of like, I'm just kind of like, how is this? Well, I could guess why, right? It's because I think a lot of the young devs or so, the younger ones or so, don't really know how to very well optimize stuff, because it takes them so long or so. There's a video explaining how there's this one guy or so who was working on I love saying this one because it literally is the best example, where literally a guy who was a director of a video game studio asked one of his employees to do a coding or so about like enemy AI and all this other stuff. The guy literally wanted to take 3 weeks to make one coding thing, and he said he can do it, the director, the leader or so, he can do it by this afternoon. And he's like asking, why do I need you to take 3 weeks for this, for something super simple that I can do in less than a couple hours? That shows you, like, the big difference between it. Like, yeah, does it mean that, like, he's a lot more experienced? Yes, of course he's a lot more experienced, but that says a lot about that, like, the education of teaching these young minds, these young developers that want to be into the video game industry. It just feels like they don't give them the well optimized tools for them to tackle the challenges or the problems that are coming out in the future, you know? It just kind of, like, says a lot in general. Now, I assume it's not like I said, right? If it does not apply, you let it fly, right? That's a saying that TBH always says all the time, right? But it does says a lot that certain people or so are just not well equipped to the job, or just don't care. Either or, you know? No, the guy couldn't do a coding or so for an enemy AI, and it takes him 3 weeks, when literally the guy who is in charge of the studio can do it by the afternoon, because he was baffled or so. It's like, why does he need to take 3 weeks to make something super simple, you know?
But Randy, he felt like they were poking the bear, and he had to let the demon out. The bear came out of hibernation, so now Randy's baring his fangs on Twitter. He had the easiest assignment of do nothing and profit, and he just couldn't help but put his dick in his mouth. He just couldn't stop himself from doing it. Now he's looking like a real
Well, what do you expect? It's almost like every single time this guy releases a game or something, he always has to say something. Always. He always has to say something. Don't you remember a while back or so that didn't this guy also get caught by like having some weird, like, he had like weird porn or so on a flash drive or something like that? Or I don't know. It was something weird or so. I remember something about that a long time ago.
Bumbling oaf. I don't know what he expected from this. Like, he's not even making good points either. He's just rambling and being a douchebag to people that, like, actually really like his games. Like, he's not even attacking people that aren't fans. Like, these are the actual avid consumers of Borderlands that he is now being combative with. And I'm only showing you a handful of tweets, but it's just a never-ending flood of...
I know a lot of you are dead set on playing at 4K and ultra max settings and using 2 or 3-year-old hardware. You do you, but Borderlands 4 and Unreal Engine 5 are doing a lot, and for me, that trade-off for frames isn't worth it. I play at 1440p with settings super high, and I'm super happy with the trade-off. The game looks amazing at 1440p. If you're not 4K stubborn and just want to have a great fun time with higher perf, please consider running a 1440p resolution. If you got the beast of a video card, you're probably fine at 4K, but if you're in the middle or close to min specs, I would definitely recommend making that trade.
Of nonsense from him. He is just driveling out all kinds of bile. I know a lot of you are dead set on playing at 4K.
You want to know something? I have a physical copy of Alien Colonail Marines sitting on my shelf over there. I bought it because I wanted to see the funny stuff in it.
Okay, with ultra max settings and using 2 or 3-year-old hardware. You do you, but Borderlands 4 and Unreal Engine 5 are doing a lot, and for me, that trade-off for frames isn't worth it. I play at 1440p with settings super high, and I'm super happy with that trade-off. The game looks amazing at 1440p. If you're not 4K stubborn and just want to have a great fun time,
I didn't think he was going to read it, actually. I thought I was going to show a compilation of different
1440p resolution. If you've got a beast of video card, you're probably fine at 4K, but if you're in the middle,
I have the physical copy of it on PS3. I have it on my shelf.
Again, Randy. It's not.
You want to know something too? When Alien Colonail Marines came out and everything like that, like all I heard was just a bunch of funny stuff and funny video and compilations on it. But when I played the game, for some random apparent reason, like, yeah, it was pretty janky, but I didn't see any of the game-breaking bugs like what other people were seeing. For some random apparent reason, I rarely get games that like are broken, like they're like broken, you know? And I was just kind of like, I was really crossing my fingers to hopefully get something really funny, like really like broken, like something broken. I didn't get anything. Like, it was janky, the animations and, you know, and like missions and all that other stuff, but I did not get a single thing that broke in the game. I was just like, I was so disappointed. I was like, man, I wanted something to actually be like super funny and jank or so during that time of the Alien Colonail Marines launch or so.
Just people that are trying to run this game at significantly higher settings than their hardware will allow that are having performance issues here, man. He has deluded himself into thinking that the game is perfectly optimized, that is smooth for everybody, and anyone having issues, it's their own fault. When that is not the case. He is literally that meme of,
yes, they were actually.
You're all wrong. He's just so dislikable. I hate that I can hear this dweeb through the tone of his tweets. Like, I can already just see him slicking back his hair as he makes this one. Fun fact, customer service reports for Borderlands 4 at roughly 1% or so of installs. Using that simple rounded ratio, more than half of the tickets, approximately 55% of customers, are users reporting difficulty with their shift accounts, lost emails, access, etc. The next highest ticket is about FOV controls on console. Working on it. Next, 0.055% of customers are reporting...
It's literally that nerd emoji.
Next, 0.055 of customers are reporting issues with Twitch drops, and 0.04 of the customers are PC performance related, with the CS flagging of 0.009% as valid. 0.037% have experienced success with education setting coaches. That is less than 1% of the 1% of 0.01% of customers using the CS ticket for valid performance issues, which is less than 1.5 of the users using CS to get help with the Twitch drops.
Sorry, I had to help Charlie because he wasn't doing a nerdy voice or anything like that. I had to do it. It just gave me that fucking like vibe or so, you know.
Issues with Twitch drops. And 0.04% of customers are PC performance related, with CS flagging 0.009% as valid, and 0.037% of experienced success with education settings coaching. That is less than 1% of 1%, 0.01% of customers using CS tickets for valid performance issues, which is less than 1/5 of the users using CS to get help with Twitch drops.
That's right. Educate yourselves and get a 5090. Bro, this guy is crazy, man. Honestly, I'm not surprised that he's crashing out. I was just surprised he didn't do it sooner.
So yeah, haters, put that in your pipe and smoke it. You just got served some facts by Randy Pitchford. You're welcome. Again, this is only like a few tweets out of what I think is like 20, 25-ish that he was ranting.
25? Wait, can I see real quick? Hold up. We're gonna bring this up right now. Let me find his Twitter. What's his Twitter handle? Let me see. Duval Magic. Okay. Let's take a look real quick. Let me see. Duval Magic. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. Is there more? It also does replies too as well. Does he actually reply? Wait, what the fuck? Every man must accept the reality of the relationship between their gender and what the software they are running is doing. Masculinity is a shader option. Try turning it off if you like to tune your own performance. This was like 2 hours ago. This was literally 2 hours ago, okay? I would absolutely expect Battlefield 6 to be built to prioritize FPS more than Borderlands 4. One is a competitive shooter, the other is a campaign looter shooter. Would you like to help tuning your personal specifications? I never knew Battlefield 6 was a competitive shooter, man. Wow, oh my god, dude. That's crazy. Cyberpunk is a different piece of software and is 5 years old. You're welcome to play it. You can also get help tuning your balance between FPS, resolution, and feature with Borderlands 4 if you like. Would you like help tuning with your personal specifications? This guy... These were 2 hours ago. He's still replying. He's still fucking replying. 2 hours. Go to bed, man. Don't you gotta go back to the studio and fix your shit? Oh, no shot, dude. This was like 1 hour ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wait. Oh, okay. Wait, this is 1 hour ago and he replied it. This was 1 hour ago. Wait, he's still replying? He's still replying right now? Holy, oh my goodness gracious me. Man, dude. That's crazy. One day Ko will crash out like this for her hentai game.
Smoke it. You just got served some facts by Randy Pitchford. You're welcome. Again, this is only like a few tweets out of what I think is like 20, 25-ish that he was ranting and raving for on Twitter. Fucking baffling, man. Again, I don't know how he does it. I know he loves magic tricks. He himself is quite the magic man. He is able to turn good press and praise into vitriol and trash. I am still just stunned that he walked this path. He had the easiest assignment ever. Just don't say anything. Like, if you are so compelled to want to make a statement, just say you hear the complaints and you're working on it. That's all. It's all you had to do. But he just couldn't refrain. He couldn't stop himself from looking like a imbecile. It's like he's addicted to tomatoes being thrown at him. He just loves the sensation. So he did this. And man, is it embarrassing. Randy, just stop. Anyway, that's about it. See ya. If I had the...
My goodness gracious me, I've never seen someone crash out so hard in my entire life. Really? Well, this made my day, man, dude. Like, honestly, like, I'll be honest with you, it's not surprising that this... Because I remember the last couple times, I think he crashed out on Borderlands. Didn't he also crash out on Borderlands 3? He crashed out on Borderlands 3. And then we found out that he had like some kind of USB that had some weird fetish thing on it. I have no idea, to be honest. Like, I know that for a fact, you know. And then also during the alien Colonail Marines days too, as well, when that happened during the Gearbox era of that day, you know. I think that's pretty much it. Because all I remember is that I heard only like good stuff or stuff from Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 1. That's all I hear. And I think I have both of those games on here, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I got Borderlands. I got the first Borderlands. I got the pre-sequel. Also got 2 and 3. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much about it, so, but yeah. When has Randy not crashed out? That's a good question, to be honest. That man always speaks. That man literally always speaks the first thing that comes into his mind. Always. Every single time. So it's not even surprising that this man is like, I guess, crashing out or something like that. But yeah, anyways. That's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy, jazzy stuff. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I ain't surprised at all. Outside of performance issues, people are saying positive stuff about Borderlands 4. Is it? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't interest me as much. I guess because I never grew up or played the Borderlands games. So, what was I doing? What was I doing during that era of, let me see, hold on. Sidetrack note. Let me see. When did, let me see. When did Borderlands come out? 2009. Okay. What video games were coming out in 2009? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. League of Legends. Minecraft came out. Ah, yes. I was playing Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days is what I was playing during that time. No, I've never played the Telltale games. Yeah, insomnia is hard, yes, but look at the bright side. You only have 3 more sleeps till Christmas. What are you talking about? But yeah, anyways, But that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Yeah, I didn't get into Call of Duty until Black Ops 1. Yeah, so yeah. I only played Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. I think during that time I was also playing Monster Hunter 2 on the PSP. I was still playing on the PS2 during that era. That's the only reason why, because I never owned a PS3 until way later. Way later. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And peace.